Hi, welcome to the next episode of Breakthroughs Before Breakfast. My name is Swaine. I'm the owner and lead trainer at Frontier Trainings. Today we're going to cover this distinction called Commanders Will Command. I'm at a course called Living Visionary Leadership. We're studying all these different types of leadership. Now one of them is the strategic commander, strategic leader. And you're going to have people around you that will consider themselves to be born leaders. These people, when there's an opportunity to lead, they will step up and lead regardless. They are your commanders. And the challenge is in an organization that if you have a lot of these people expect to have authority, expect to have power, and expect to be able to implement them. And if you have them in the organization and they don't have a role to play, then they're going to start causing issues in your business. Issues, but what do I mean by that? They start to create their own little kingdom in your business. So if you've got someone there that you're ignoring as a leader, they can't help themselves. They need to lead. They need to lead. It's who they are. And if you don't let them command something that is in alignment with the vision that you want to go, they will lead a group of people in an entirely different direction. This is what happens often in the papacy. Back going hundreds of years, you had constant schisms, constant breaks, because you had people there who had that very powerful certain position and they weren't given authority, they would break away chunks of an organization. Now if you run an organization, it is heartbreaking to have a splinter or a faction or a group in your organization break away and even go into competition with you. So to stop that, you need to understand and identify who those commanders are. And when you identify those commanders, you need to give them a job that's aligned with your vision, with clear boundaries, expectations, with resources they can manage so they feel in charge, but understand they have to report back to you as the senior leader. Now, is this easy to do, to manage all these personalities? Not at all. Let's have a look in the Second World War. In the Second World War, you had America fighting on two fronts. The European front and the Asian front, the Pacific. Two different areas. Now, prior to going into the war, a lot of the leaders of the military, well, let's just say the seniority complex, they were able to get on in age. You had some leaders there who were 70, 75, even heading towards 80. And George Marshall, who was the chief of staff at the time, had to look at all these people in leadership positions and work out who was going to lead the US in the Second World War. And he realized one of the first things he was to do was to chop off and prune a lot of the older leaders, because they weren't necessarily going to be the right people to lead the new direction of new warfare going into the Second World War. So he pruned a lot of the older, dead wood, and then the next group of leaders were leaders who were very, very ego-driven commanders. Who are we talking about here? George S. Patton Jr., Douglas MacArthur, Chester Nimitz, who else have we got there? Omar Bradley. There was a lot of leaders there that were exceptional. Eisenhower. All these leaders were very strong leaders, but they needed to have their own ability of authority, their own ability of control, and that's what happened. George S. Marshall was able to coordinate and work with everybody. At one point in the Second World War, when Douglas MacArthur was taking off the baton, he ended up wanting to go back and take it again and make the Navy simply as a tool under his command. Well, the Navy didn't quite agree with that, so you had Navy go in one area with Chester Nimitz, and you had Douglas MacArthur go in a different area. And the challenge was to allocate the resources to make sure everyone would be going at the right speed. See, if you don't let your commanders command, your commanders will command regardless of whether you treat them that way. And the result can be catastrophic to your organization. Factions breaking off, divisions, splintering. Adolf Hitler, near the end, had multiple people in his own organization all looking at assassinating him. Why? Because Adolf Hitler believed he knew the master plan and he wouldn't take feedback from his subordinates, and he would give them orders that were ineffective, dangerous, likely going to kill themselves. And because they wouldn't listen, splinters started breaking off all over the place with multiple different attempts on his life. So for yourself, if you're a leader, you need to identify not just high achievers who will work away in their own area, but those people with leadership, those people who will take command, and find a way to groom them in the organization so they become aligned with your vision and produce great results for your organization. If you want to find out more about this distinction and the other powerful distinctions we learn in Living Visionary Leadership, then go to the website frontiertrainings.com. You can find out more about there on all the courses when they're scheduled. Also, if you'd like to have 3 days of amazing life-transforming material, you can go to the website, go to PTW, that stands for Play to Win. Go to ptw.com and find out more about our 3-day amazing training called Play to Win. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Breakthroughs Before Breakfast.